What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by Meat Daddy Barbecue. My name's Nick, and today I'm going to take you through some juicy, crispy, spicy smoked wings and a buffalo sauce with a sweet, smoky twist that's absolutely irresistible. So without further ado, let's roll some smoke. Anytime I'm making wings, I prefer to go to a local butcher shop and find myself some jumbo fresh wings. The stuff in the freezer aisle is all right, but you're not going to get any better than the jumbo wings. A few of these feed a lot of people, so I got 4 pounds today. Now you can serve these whole. It has a great presentation, but I'm going to show you how you break them down. So let's come on in and I'll show you the process. It's pretty simple. Breaking down a wing is just a matter of getting through 2 joints. You have the joint between the tip and the flat, and between the flat and the drumette. All you need is a good sharp knife. I mentioned before that I recommend this boning knife. I'll leave a link down in the description. And you're just gonna find the point between those 2 joints. You're gonna give it a cut there. And then you'll find the point between the drumette and the flat. And you'll give it a cut down there. And that's it. That's how you get your flats and your drumettes. You can save the tips if you want. You can use it for a chicken stock or anything else. I just toss them. I don't get a lot of use out of them. So let's break these down and then I'll show you the next step. Once we get all these cut, we're gonna get them into a bag so we can brine them. And this brine is what's gonna give you the juiciest wings you can imagine. Now the brine for these wings is pretty straightforward and simple, but it's gonna give you such tender wings and it'll give you a nice depth of flavor when you bite into them. That almost reminds you of a fried chicken. It is with a little bit of a twist, though, that I prefer. So for this, all you're gonna need is about 2 cups of buttermilk and 1 cup of a pickling juice. This is actually jalapeno juice. I prefer it to the pickle juice. I like the little bit of jalapeno flavor it gives without giving off any of the heat, and it definitely helps to break down the fibers in that chicken and make it real tender. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna get both these in the bag. We're gonna mix it up real good. Then we're gonna put these in the fridge sealed up for anywhere from 2 to 24 hours. The longer you can let them go, the better. I like to do these overnight if I had the chance. So let's get these in here and we'll give that chicken a nice little massage. These are all set to go back in the fridge. I'm gonna get them in there and we'll catch you back in a couple hours for the next step. For today's cook, we're gonna fire up the smoker to 225 degrees. For the chicken, it'll be in for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes at that temperature. And then we're gonna crank it up to 385 degrees for 30 to 45 minutes to get the skin crisp. Now, I am gonna start the smoker a little bit early so that we can get the first portion of our sauce ready. And that's gonna be with this garlic. All we're gonna do is get this garlic coated in oil, get it in the smoker for about an hour and a half at 225 degrees, and then we'll build the rest of the sauce. For the garlic, all we're gonna have to do is expose the cloves, get it coated in olive oil, and then some rub. To get those exposed, we're gonna take off about 1/3 from the top of the head of garlic with one good dive in, and that's gonna give you the exposed tops. From there, we're just gonna do a drizzle of olive oil. Don't have to be shy about it. We'll rub it in. And then I am going to use some of my super official hot honey barbecue rub. Now, one note I will make, in the coming weeks, we'll have some great news about these. These will be getting a lot more official and a lot more available for sale. So stay tuned for that. But we'll just take a little drizzle on this. Nice little even coat. And then we're ready to go into the smoker. So we've got the garlic on the smoker for the sauce, getting that ready to go. Now, we've let these brine for a while. Now we're gonna drain them out. Normally I would do this in a sink, but since I'm here with you guys outside, figure I'd just show you how I do this. I like to keep a colander on hand. Makes it real easy so you're not picking in there and worrying about the juice and stuff. So we're just gonna take it out and dump them in. Now, Probably the most important part of getting crispy wings is making sure you dry out the skin. So I go through a couple different iterations of drying them out. One here, one right before we get the rub on. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna let the rub set, and then we're gonna give it one more pat before we put them on the smoker. And we're just gonna start pressing in. Press it in, we'll mix them around, we'll press it in some more. Anything you can do to get the skin nice and dry is going to help you get that nice bite on the skin of the wings. All right, since we got a good amount of that off, what I like to use, shout out to Tommy from Gallery Backyard Barbecue, is this pizza tray. I'll put a link for it in the description. This makes it really, really easy to get wings and other smaller pieces of food on and off the smoker without too much trouble. And then, because I can't stress how important this step is enough, we're going to keep patting them. And don't be afraid to really press into these things. You're not going to lose any juice or anything like that. You're not going to hurt them. They're already dead. So once we get them nice and dry, we'll arrange them and spread them out. And then we are going to go in with our spicy honey rub. We're going to get a nice coat on them. And then once we've got that coat, we're going to let it sit for about 15 minutes. Flip and do the same thing again. And one thing I should mention, I'm sure most of you know this, but make sure you're always using clean surfaces and cleaning your cutting surfaces, especially when you're using raw meat. The behind the scenes without the video magic is we clean this stuff off after every step. Because the last thing you want to do is get somebody sick from serving your food or get yourself sick from working in a bacteria area. So you can go a nice heavy coat of this rub. We're going to let it sit. Come back in 15 minutes. We'll flip them. All right, we gave that some time for the rub to adhere on the one side of the wings. Now I got them flipped over. We're going to repeat the process again. Then I'm going to let them rest for another 15 minutes. We'll give it one more pat down with the rub, and then it's into the smoker. Now that our wings are on the smoker and our garlic's getting ready to be done, let's take a second and look at the process for building that garlic buffalo sauce. All right, here we are about halfway through the first part of the cook. And all we're going to do here is we're just going to give these guys a flip around, make sure they cook evenly, keep anything from sticking, make sure everything going smoothly. You see, obviously, since the heat source is from the bottom side's browning a little bit. That's okay. That's exactly what we want, actually. And it'll be even better once we're done. These guys are all flipped. I'm going to give them a quick little rotation just to avoid any hot spots we might have. We're going to let them keep going. All right, we turned this thing up to 385 degrees. It's been going like that for 20 minutes. Starting to get some really nice color. I'm going to get in here with my hands real quick and start flipping them around. We're going to do a little flip and a turn on these. Give them another 20 minutes like this. Then we're going to be ready to test them out. All right, guys, we just got these wings off the smoker. We got the sauce here. That sauce is smoky, garlicky, a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy. Just a perfect twist on a buffalo sauce. These wings look absolutely phenomenal. Beautiful color, just a little bit of char. You can tell they're crispy. I'm going to bring them over here to you just so you can get a look. Show you on the color is just wonderful. You know those are going to be so crispy. And if you choose to bake that sauce on for the last 5 to 10 minutes or so, you get this beautiful glistening sheen on them. So I can't help it. These are still hot, but I got to give them a try. Actually got a wonderful little smoke ring in them. Perfect bite through on the skin. Because I just can't stop. We're going to try one of the ones with the sauce baked on. I'll tell you what, that sauce is something else. It's definitely not your everyday buffalo sauce. You get the sweetness from the honey right away. You get the smokiness and the garlicky flavor all throughout. I mean, it's just packed full of flavor. It'd be real tough to beat these wings in my book. I mean, these things are so tender, so juicy. You can find the bone, pull right through, twist it out, absolutely clean. The meat, super tender. You get a little bit of that buttermilk flavor like you would with fried chicken. Just a hint of the brine from the jalapeno juice, but nothing crazy. These wings are it, man. Let me know, try them. Tell me what you think of the recipe. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. Let me know what you thought and what you want to see next. I appreciate you guys being here. I love doing this for you. Thanks for stopping by Meat Daddy Barbecue. Have a great day.